When you get down with the muses behind the music, you will be inspired to think higher, realize your gifts. Join the muses and Michelle and Gina. Turn this up and through your speakers. It's the music of music.
It is the Muses of Music. And I am your host, Michelle Fallon. We have a very special show tonight. I'm really excited about this podcast. I keep calling it like a vlog or, because it's video. So y'all need to tell me what I need to call it. Like you see the video, but people will hear the audio later. I don't know. We're vlogging it out, something like that. Anyway, I have on what I call the next generation of muses. They are muses right now. And I'm just excited that they're joining us tonight. I can't wait to get into the conversation. Yes, all of these young ladies in some way, shape, or form, we have connected over the course of the years. Some of them or a couple might be familiar to you all, and some might be very new to you. It doesn't matter. The whole idea of this is that we are showing support. I'm so proud of them. They all stand in their own right, their own genre, their own style, their own flavor and flair of this music thing. And they are inspiring me. They're inspiring the next generation. They're inspiring the people that surround them every single day. But y'all already know before we get started, I need for you to, if you're looking on YouTube, subscribe to the Muses Behind the Music channel. On Facebook, go to the Muses Behind the Music. Like, share, love, send in your constructive, beautiful criticism, because I'm all about the word growth and getting into that space. Y'all, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all can wave because people are looking at you.
Hey, yo.
Oh, wow. This is going to be funny. They are quite interesting. I have with us tonight Miss Jordan Embrack, Taylor Nicole. Taylor, do you want to be called your whole entire name? Taylor Nicole? I want to get that right.
Yes.
All right. This is Taylor Nicole. We'll rock with that. And then we have Kiera, who wants to be called K. Renee, because that's her stage name. Rocket K. Renee, love it. And then you all are not unfamiliar with Anise Murillo, everybody. Yeah, so we're going to do a couple things a little bit different. Normally, we don't have people performing, but I'd love to make that a regular happening because we are muses. And the idea of what I would like to do is always expose those who are in the arts. And whether it's the visual arts or the performing arts, so that you all are getting a taste of what it is that people are doing. We've got a lot of talented people in this world. And sometimes all we need is a platform of exposure. And as long as the Creator gives me this opportunity, I will do the best that I can to ensure that people are having the exposure they need. So we need to do a little introductions. Y'all, the dogs are about to bark and they're about to really irritate my last nerve. But you understand that this is what it is when you're on the virtual platform. So I want to first take the opportunity to just do an introduction of each person. And then I'm going to have them do their performance. And then we're going to get into some conversations. If you have questions that you want to shoot out, please type it on in the chat, and we will do our best to get to the questions that you all pull up. All right, so in no particular order right now, I'm going to just read what I have. I've just highlighted. These young ladies got some extensive bios for only being, what, 22? 22 is the eldest person here. You old, Anise. You old lady. So Jordan Embrack, As y'all can see, Jordan is straight out of PG County, Maryland, and developed her love for music when she was really, really young at the age of 5. She is a former member of the Washington Performing Arts Children of the Gospel Choir. Woo, woo. And y'all, we got 3 alum. We have one who's a lost sheep, but we won't talk about that lost sheep named Kay Renee, who never came to the Children of the Gospel. That's okay. We love you anyway. She has had countless opportunities of performing at several different venues, well-known venues, including the White House, the Kennedy Center, the Strathmore, and local television appearances. She is our Washington Performing Arts very first recipient of the Reggie Van Lee Scholarship Award. So impressive with that. It was named after my friend and former board chair of Washington Performing Arts for all of his work that he continues to do within the arts. And we wanted a student who exemplifies the characteristics of Reggie Van Lee. And Jordan, you are definitely holding that torch aflame. So glad that it was given to you. She is currently studying theater performance at the University of Maryland, and she has been in a number of different musical theater productions, including but not limited to Four Little Girls at the Kennedy Center, Cinderella, and The Man Who Came to Dinner. All right, I don't know that show, Jordan, but you can tell me about that later. All right, because I'd like to know who the man was that came to dinner. Okay, all right, here we go. We have Miss Anise Mourillo, as you all know, who was a visiting co-host of the Muses Behind the Music. She also is an alum of the Washington Performing Arts Children of the Gospel Choir. Ooh, ooh. She is currently about to receive her master's from Peabody, and excited about all of what that will entail after graduation. I won't even ask you tonight. You'll be happy. I won't ask you about your plans. All right. Not personally, at least, unless you want to volunteer. She's been featured on the Today Show when she was very, very young, with that big booming voice of hers. And let's see, she studied with renowned teachers in the area, Eddie Jackson, Regina McConnell. She listed me, and I think that that is really, really sweet. Thank you. Bless you. Although I'll tell y'all about that later. And she has also been to many, many venues throughout the Washington Performing Arts, Washington, D.C. I got WPA on my mind. Y'all see that. And we're just excited for her. I need to name the teachers that she has currently studied with, because this is so important to recognize the people who have poured into you right now. Margaret Baruti, did I say her name correct? Because that'd be a travesty if I mispronounced it. Awesome. And renowned mezzo-soprano Denise Graves. So good to have you with us here too. Yeah, y'all can clap, the silent clap. We usually do this. And you all at the beginning of the podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, you heard the voices of the people who won the jingle for the Muses Behind the Music. Yes, and they're here. It's Taylor and Kay Renee. That's who you heard. Woo! Awesome. Ladies, listen, I didn't receive like this incredible outpouring of just, hundreds and thousands, but I received a number of jingles that came in. And I got to tell you all, I was so impressed. I was so impressed with what you wrote. I was impressed with you capturing what I was asking for and what I was looking for. And I would love to hear a little bit later about how all of that came about when you all sat down to bring this together. So they come with the group called Rose, the two of these ladies, and they've been friends for a while. Both ladies went to Eleanor Roosevelt High School, to which I am the music teacher at Eleanor Roosevelt. Woo! Y'all better cheer for Roosevelt. Okay, thank you. Anise is a graduate of Roosevelt too. Thank you. So Taylor Nicole, she's an R&B gospel artist and half of the duo Rose from the DMV. She's sung in several choirs, again, including being at Eleanor Roosevelt High School, studying with me. She has been to the Kennedy Center, the Strathmore. She's writing her own music. She is playing the guitar, the piano. She's producing, she's mixing, and eventually she wants to go and study as a music major in music technology. And I think that that is just fantastic. So pursue that. And last but not least, singer-songwriter, instrumentalist, Kiera Mayo, better known to us as K. Renee, coming again out of Eleanor Roosevelt High School, studying in the choral department, all of the choirs she has come through. Yay, yay. For you, she's currently a student at Morgan State University, HBCU, proud of that. And she is writing her own songs. She taught herself how to play the guitar. Kudos, kudos, kudos. As well as she is planning to release her debut in the next year. So y'all, do you hear all of these tremendous accomplishments that these young ladies have reached? And they're not even 25 as yet. And so we're looking forward to so much more and so many more things to come. So I'm just going to jump in and start and have you all perform. I just want our Muses, thank you, Anise, for that affectionate word, our Muses to get a taste of who you are and your gifts and your talents. So take it away. Who was it? Taylor.
Okay, I will be performing an unreleased original song called Loose. It's out of my hands, but it's easy to worry. All that does is hurt me. All that does is mess with my head down bad. So sad, tossing and turning till the early morning. But ooh, faithfully the sun rises again, and so do your new mercies like clockwork. Thank you, Lord, for another chance to put it all in your hands. I will lose my control of what I can't control. Lose your control of what you can't control.
I did ask everybody to do like a minute long, and she kept to that, a minute less. Thank you so much. Hey, Taylor, what would you categorize your music? Like what genre?
I usually just stick with like R&B or gospel because I feel like sometimes I have a hard time categorizing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like because I'm inspired by so many different types of music, my music reflects that. So
got you. I can hear it. I hear it in the structure of, you know, the melody, in the style of how you are singing. It does have that like neo-soulish, but the lyrics are about, I'm assuming, the love of God. That's what I was picking up, right? So yeah, I love that. Do we have a neo-soul gospel category? And if we don't, hey, thank you for bringing it on. Created that. Thank you, Taylor. All right, I'm moving along to Miss Anise Murillo.
Hello, everyone. I will be singing a live version of my single Strong that I put together with my god sister that incorporates an acoustic and electric guitar.
There's a strength in you. Do what you've gotta do in whatever you choose. There's a pain we go through every day, something new, more to gain, more to lose. There's a fight we must fight, take them wrongs and make them right, through the day, through the night. Oh, you gotta stay strong, 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 stay strong, stay strong, stay strong, stay strong.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Anise, what was your inspiration for writing that song?
Honestly, I was kind of going through I've been going through, but in that moment, I was going through just a time where I just didn't really know where I could find strength. And I wanted to use my uncertainty to bring, comfort to other people. And it's funny because I'm like ministering in that song. I'm like saying you have to be strong, but I'm actually talking to myself a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from.
It reminds me of Donald Lawrence's song in the Sometimes You Have to Encourage Yourself, the whole encourage yourself thing that, you singing, it's like you're singing to the audience, but you're really talking to your inner voice there. It's so beautiful. And that message really can transcend to so many different situations. So thank you for that. Here we go. K. Renee. I mean, I love the name. I really do.
Do you really? Oh my God. Thanks. Hold on, wait. I don't want to yeah. Okay. Hi. I'm gonna be singing an unreleased song, and it's called Incapable. All right. Why does everyone wanna be loved? Why does everyone wanna be touched? Why does everyone wanna be loved and touched by someone who isn't enough? Why does everyone put up a fight? Why does everyone put up a lie? Why does everyone put up a fight and lie for someone who just isn't right? I swear this works out in my head. I love the thought of you instead. Give you everything you need, and I give you all the tools, but you won't pull through, come through, baby. All I'm trying to say is that I deserve the best, nothing less, and I put that on my grave and on my chest. I can't afford to keep on folding. I'm molding under me. Gotta stop messing with people who are so incapable of loving me.
Yo, lyrics are deep. First of all, you all are what, 19? What you talking about over there? How you know about something like that? Tell me, for real, where did the influence to this song come from? Where? Yeah.
Blow your mind.
Blow my mind. I'm over here, my mind's blown. I want to buy the CD right there.
I wrote this in high school when I was 16 in Mr. Hawk's guitar class. And I did not want to do my work. And just stupid high school boy drama. I said, this boy does not, he can't handle this.
So much to handle.
Please. And so
there we are.
We are. You know what's crazy though? Some of us 40 and 50 and 60-year-old sisters sitting up on this line right now we can take that song and say the same thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tell me something, K. Renee, what would you categorize your style of music?
Definitely like neo soul, R&B,
Mm.
anything that just sounds real like acoustic and rough and raw.
Yeah. All right.
I love that. I love it.
That's hot. I love it. It's sounding good. It's sounding good. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. You need to put a little dedication.
Shout out to Mr. Hawk because he was looking at the back of the class like, "Are you all right?"
You were going through. You were going through. All right, Miss Jordan, it's all you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan, and I'm going to be singing "Don't Rain on My Parade" from the musical Funny Girl. It's known by the person who sung it was Barbra Streisand, so it's popularized in that way. But okay, let's do it. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I simply got to. If someone takes a thrill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? March my band out, I'll beat my drum. And if I stand out, your turn it back, sir. At least I didn't fake it, hot, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether I'm a rose of sheer perfection, the freckle on the nose of complexion, don't tell me I'm not allowed to rain on my parade. Thank you.
I was like, come on, give me some more. I love it. Jordan, what has inspired you? You know, wait, first of all, let me just say this. What you all are seeing, like the big smile with Jordan, when Jordan was 9 and 10, that's what I remember. Every time coming up on stage, be like, "Hi, Jordan." She'd be like, "Hi." And that was the most genuine, real feel that you've always been consistent about that, Jordan. I love that about you, just welcoming people into your space, into your artistry. Why musical theater?
I think musical theater has just always been something that I've loved. And the representation, I haven't really seen a lot. And that's why I think it's just so important. And for musical theater, I think it's just like everything. It's singing, dancing, and acting. And I love all three individually. So together, it's amazing to tell that story.
Yeah, I saw you on Anthony Brown's video, and I had to play back that video and was like, "Is that Jordan? Hold up, that's Jordan over here getting it." And of course, you learned those great moves from COTG under my choreographical expertise, right?
Definitely, yeah.
I love it. So listen, I'm going to throw out a question that I definitely did not share with you all right now, but I think it's just so important. It's a little bit heavy. And I'm always talking to people who are artists about the importance of, or I should say the responsibility that we have as artists to speak to conditions that we are experiencing, world, personal. And specifically, I'm talking about social justice issues that are on the table. Do you all feel as young artists that you carry that same responsibility, or do you feel like, I can contribute in another way? I don't really need my music to speak to what's going on, the injustice, the unfairness, and I mean on all different levels, racially, economically, emotionally, all of the different levels that are there, do you feel that you have an obligation to speak to it? And any of you can answer that.
I'll answer. I think that, like you said, you can kind of contribute in other ways, because I feel like it depends on the person, because of the weight of everything that's been happening, everything that's going to happen in life. It's like, yeah, you want to use your platform and speak up, but for a lot of people, they may not want to carry that weight into their music, because for me, my music is a way of expressing how I feel. So I have made songs about it, but in certain instances, I find myself not even being able to complete them to release them because of how heavy it is. So I feel like it really just depends on how you go about it, because, you know, on social media and, you know, through ways like that, I speak up and I talk about stuff like that. I try to raise awareness when I can, but as far as music, I really think it's just very personal. It depends on how you feel like. So.
That's deep. It's deep that you even used the word await, you know, and then and because it is the situations that we are encountering and have continued to encounter, there is a weightiness to it all, and that you find that the artistry within you is just for you right now, and I can respect that. I dig that. Anyone else of you have a thought? Yeah, Anise.
I would say when it comes to music, there shouldn't be, I mean, no matter what is happening, I don't think there should be like a template for someone to say, you know, this is happening, so you have to do this. I think that it's an expression. So I agree with Taylor that you should be able to express how you want to express. However, personally, I have a story, and I'm not that different from George Floyd's daughter. I have a lot in common with her, actually. So for me, I've been learning lately that it is very important for me to share my story, because I haven't. And there are a lot of people like me who you don't hear their names, you don't hear their story, and it's almost like they don't exist.
Yeah.
But they do. And I feel like the more everything is happening now, because it's not quiet anymore. And more people are coming out, more people are saying something. So for me personally, I felt the responsibility to say something, and it's been very therapeutic for me as well. Even I'm sure it's helped others, but it's helped me too. So
yeah, you know, Jordan, you're in a genre of music where, you know, unless you are deciding that you might want to go into playwright and you're going to create, you know, a musical theater piece that could speak to something, you know, that the world or you or have personally experienced or going through, or a friend, or you know, something to that magnitude. Do you find as well that you would want to like speak in this manner, like you would eventually want to, or do you find yourself going with the other young ladies that you're like, no, this is my personal thing. Art and the stage belongs to just me, and I'm going to speak about other issues on other platforms?
I think I feel like it's kind of like my duty to share stories as well. So I agree with Anise. I think that music has the power in itself to just change narratives,
Yeah.
to change like ideas or like perspectives. So for me, I've been in a theater where I've looked at a musical and then I was like, wow, I see myself, because theater is a reflection of society. So I've left that theater changed in a new way. I think music does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes when I take myself out of things, I have a better reaction to the project. Like when I'm more focused on like storytelling or getting something across to the audience, I take myself out, so I become a part of something bigger than what I am.
Oh, I like that. I like that, becoming a part of something bigger than what you are. But I have to be honest, guys, and you know, I'm a little bit disgruntled about the music of today, that it just doesn't seem to be carrying some sort of message. And I'll even go as far to saying gospel music. I'm a little edged with gospel music because I still want to know that it is talking about Christ. And I'm having a hard time where I can flick on the radio and I'm not sure if I'm talking about my boo or I'm talking about God in the situation. Like, I'm bothered with that, you know, that we're almost kind of just losing the message. Like the rap artists who are out here, you all have these major platforms, and I don't think that people should take their art and just speak constantly to everything that's going on. But when you are an influencer, because I'm watching people spend a lot of time on social media becoming an influencer, and for real, I still don't know what that means. I really don't care. Obviously, it means something small, like you just want to have a lot of popularity. But what are you going to do with that? What do you say about that? How do you utilize your platform for the good? So I'm posing this question to all of you that says, and it doesn't have to be social issues, but when you think about your music and you think about the future of your music, what are you trying to use your platform to do?
Inspire.
You're
I
Muse.
just want to.
I was really gonna say that.
But
Like,
really, that sums it up. Like, just inspire and just be real. I mean, social media, it's dangerous. Everybody is up there putting on a show. A lot of times you think that someone has it all figured out, everything is so perfect in their life and they're just going through it, but they're never going to share that they're going through it. And I feel like that is something that needs to be shared more often because everybody's going through it.
It's real. It's real. And if we can touch on the humanism of people, I think you'll end up having a whole lot more followers with that too. It's like, I want to know that I can connect to you on some level. And if I'm constantly seeing everything is good, all you telling me, every point of your relationship is good, you put that up, everything in your, you know, career life is good, I'm done watching you because I can't relate, because I'm going through some struggles, and maybe there's something in how you endured and persevered that I can pull from that will energize me. And I say it to, you know, all of you too, to find those models, people, or things that energize you and not suck life out of you, that can give you encouragement, even at a distance, you know, even if it is like someone you don't know, but watch them enough that you pick up on the fact that they are really coming from the space, the heart's intent that is going to build you instead of breaking you down. And we can be, you know, we can get really lost in the things that we see. So you use the word inspire, Anise, and Kiera. I call her Kiki affectionately. So I gotta
Still
say that.
can.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't want anybody else to call you Kiki. Like, y'all ain't allowed to call me Madrina, so don't do it. So here's my question, and I'll start with you, Kiki. What does it mean to you to be a muse?
Oh my gosh, just literally like the idea of reciprocation. So like, you know, all my life I've grown up and I have, you know, my muses that I look up to, and like just for the roles to be reversed and have some little girl be like, wow, she's amazing. Like that in itself, that I think that's just enough motivation to just keep me going. And even like in ways that I don't even know, just the thought of like, wow, I could have touched somebody today and I have no clue. Like just in itself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who, for you, Jordan, is one of your muses?
Definitely my mom. I think my mom's a muse for me. But the thing is, like, it becomes so like it doesn't have any categories. Like, it's not an art muse or like a love muse. She's just a muse for me and for like my life. And I think that the way she carries herself and the way that she endures and her strength, that just gives me that inspires me that inspires me to be like that.
Love it. Very, very true. What about for you, Taylor?
Honestly, I would say my mom too, both of my parents, just because seeing the things that they've gone through in life and how they've persevered and made it something, you know? And also, you would be a muse for me because honestly, like, it's like a lot of what I've learned musically and my inspiration, like even in school, like I never wanted to be there, but like knowing that I had your class coming up, it gave me a push. So, and even how you're using your platform now, I just feel like you're such an inspiration.
Oh, I appreciate that. Because I say, yeah, you ain't never want to come in class. You and somebody else on this line, and it's not Kiki, but you know,
here.
You Kiki, and she knows who she is.
We need to go to class, Jordan. It's Jordan
knows who she is. So, you know, I want each of you to give us one thing that you want to accomplish in your artistry.
Complete freedom.
Complete vocal freedom, complete expressive freedom. Yeah.
Mental, vocal, everything.
Does that have to do with being as a performer to feel free, or does it mean just your overall, you live, walk, talk, breathe art? And you want to
walk, talk, breathe art, and just feel free to express myself however I want to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. You know, I don't think I ever had a problem with that, because most of most of my life it's been like I really don't care what people think. Right. Like I really don't. But to some other degrees in my life, I so get that. I really do. And I'm still striving for the ultimate freedom in my artistry, no matter where I'm standing, as a classical singer, as a gospel conductor, as an educator, as a composer, arranger. I feel you 100%. What about for the rest of you ladies? The one thing to accomplish.
I would agree with Anise, but I also just want to inspire, because I feel like I've been so inspired just in many different, not even just music. And I want to inspire people. Like, I want people to, like, even how she said with being free, like, I want people to be like, man, she seems like she's just so expressive. She's so free in her music. I want to be like that, you know? Or just to inspire people.
Yeah.
And also with me having a relationship with God, I want to be able to introduce people to God.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing too. That was hot. Yeah, no, that's so real. And I think that when we come in contact with God within, the little G's within, and we allow God to exude, by default, people are going to feel, see, experience God from us. We don't even have to say a word sometimes. It's just the way that we are living and manifesting that God will be so real. I love that to you. What about you, Kiki?
I was going to say I definitely agree with Anise 100%. And another thing that I would say is I would want to contribute to ending the narrative that music and art does not make you successful.
Oh! I want you to say it again.
I want to contribute to ending the narrative that going into the arts cannot make you a successful person.
Come on. I stand successful.
I mean,
right here. Yeah.
All the kids who like were struggling with that, or like even 2019, and like I had friends who would go and they would tell their parents, oh, I'm a business major, but they would really go to school for music. Like I just feel like that, like freedom, that should be a freedom. Like, I don't like how people automatically think, oh, you're not doing anything, you're not getting anywhere with that. Like, you can do all things through Christ that strengthens.
Oh, come on now. Let the world know about the power of Christ.
Okay. It doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
My mission.
I feel you. And that's real. And, you know, Anise and I had been in, when we started doing the podcast first, we had the conversation about that. And, you know, we're both fortunate enough that we came from environments that supported that wholeheartedly. I mean, there was not one single solitary day in my life that my parents put doubt or were trying to get me to do something secondary. And that's one of the big things. But also I had drive. I had, nobody could tell me that I wasn't going to do this. And so because they saw drive, my natural instinct all about the arts, there was no question for them that that's where it was going to go. And I think that that's what you have to continue to do. Not just the you, I'm talking to you all, but you young people who are out there, you know, and when people give you doubt, you have to continue to press through in your own drive and determination that says, this is what I am going to do. Nobody defines it for me. And then just show people. They will see by your works in the end. Jordan, I need you to answer that question too.
Yes, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's okay. Because this word freedom is real. And for me, the freedom that I'm talking about is, as an artist, like for me personally, I spent a long time always wondering about what other people thought about my work, or always thinking, what would other people want me to do? And I became kind of like a vessel, but in the wrong way. So I was getting all of this negative energy, and I would try to sing, or I'd try to put out art that would satisfy or make other people happy, instead of doing something that made me personally happy, me personally fulfilled and happy and proud of myself. So once I started doing that, I felt more free. But I think I'll feel the most free when I do it without even trying. That it's a natural response for me to do.
Yeah. So, okay, Jordan and Anise, I'm going to throw this to you both, because you both started very young into this music life. And, you know, I think people who have heard you would now say, you know, they put an expectation on you that this is what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Have you come to yourself with that knowledge and that conclusion, that resignation? Or are you still in a space of battling, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I need either of you to answer. Just don't jump.
I was on mute, but I was like, wow, that's such a good question. I think right now for me, I'm still in the place where I'm wondering about what's the future going to have to hold. You know, I know, like, a lot of the time I get a lot of questions about, like, what are you gonna do? But what's that gonna be? How's that gonna play out? And I don't know. And I think that's the power of having faith and having a strong prayer life, because I feel like God put in me something that was special and that I hope to share with the world one day, something huge. But I don't know. And I think that's an okay answer to have.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. And I can feel just how okay you are with being okay. And you're right, because I think as an educator, it's too much to ask of somebody when they're 18, 19, 20, 21. What do you want to do? I mean, we're asking these questions from a long time ago, you know, and these people who are asking the questions, sometimes they don't even know. They're still trying to find their own giftings from within, you know. So yeah, I love it. Be okay with that. Anise?
Yeah, I would also say that I am still in a place of figuring it out. But I will say I feel a lot closer. I felt a lot closer to what feels right in the last year than I have in my entire life. So I would like to say that I'm on the right track. I'm going in the direction that I want to go in. But I mean, as I grow and as I am discovering new things about myself, discovering new things about my gift, I'm learning that I like doing things that I didn't think I would like doing. And I think that that's a process that you go through your entire life. I mean, there's actors and actresses who started in their late 40s or 50s and they're thriving now. And that's been really inspiring for me, because I noticed that I like to put a time limit on myself a lot. And I think it's because I started so young that I'm like, okay, you've been doing this for a long time. Like, you need to do this, that, and the third. But I just need to let God use me. That's all that I really need to do. And in walking in that and living in that, it's given me purpose and made me feel like I am on the right track now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so interesting that we have to be on the right track for what happens between this connection, us and God, not this connection, us and the world. I was in the conversation with Patrick D. McCoy last week, and, people will define for you. I was sharing with him how, people would have conversations amongst themselves, and it always came back to my ears talking about, Michelle isn't a gospel director. And my comment to him was, who told them? Did God come down and tell them that was for me? And because they never addressed me with it, but I'm grateful that I'm not an individual who allows people to shape and mold what I know is going on vertically. And you've got to be solid about that. You've got to be solid, because you're going to get a lot of noise coming at you all the time. And the surefire way to shut out the noise is to just be in direct connect with the creator. I got to know, who would you all love to perform with? Someone, and don't say me, y'all. Don't say me. Go ahead, anyone. Who would you love to perform with?
As a duo, I would love us to perform with Chloe and Halle.
I knew you was gonna say that. I would love that.
She don't know me, but listen, I just think that would be fire. Because I always tell T, like she's learning guitar now, but I love guitar, and I'm literally Halle. And Tay, she plays piano, and so she's literally Chloe. Like, we're one and the same. And I tell her, if we collab, that's hot. Okay, but
I think that would make the most sense.
Right.
That would make the most sense.
It would. It would.
All right. I'm gonna leave that there, because never mind. I'm gonna leave that there. All right. How about you, Anise?
This is a hard question.
I
feel like there's so many people, but I told you last time that I really want to collaborate with a rapper. And it would probably be, I mean, I know everybody's going to be like, oh my God, for saying this, but it would probably be Kanye West, because despite everything, he's an amazing, at what he does. And, or Chance the Rapper, one of the two.
I like both of them, actually. And yeah, I mean, Kanye's a nut, but but he's a genius. He's a genius. Even in his nuttiness, there's strategy to it, and I appreciate that. Anise, I didn't ask you before, but how would you categorize your music?
Inspirational, soul.
Yeah, definitely soul. That young Morillo, still got that name. Jordan, what about you? Who would you love to perform with?
What a hard question, Miss Fallon. What a hard question.
Hey.
I would love to perform with Cynthia Erivo. And I would love to perform with her because the way she story tells, and it's not even about her voice. Like it transcends her voice. Like every role that I've seen her sing, I was transported and I was taken somewhere new. And I think if I sung with her, I definitely like feel that energy. We'd go someplace. And you know, it would just be an amazing time. So Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. Every single time that I have heard her perform, she is transformative. I get a lot of people who want to learn the song, not from Stand Up, that's in my mind. What's the other song that she that's well known with her?
I'm Here.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, that song is mountains and valleys. And it's not mountains and valleys just musically. It's mountains and valleys internally. I mean, emotionally, what you have to tap into to make sure that that song just comes through. She is a true GOAT. Now that's a GOAT for you, right? What? I can't say those words, GOAT. I mean, it is what it is. She is really and truly the greatest one of them. And then Audra McDonald is, for me, that is definitely someone I would love to perform with. I might pass out, but I'd love to perform with her. So listen, ladies, I'm so glad that you all were able to take a little bit of your time today to spend with us. The time just always seems to just fly by. But I really and truly want each and every one of you to know, Taylor Nicole, Kay Renee, Anise, and Jordan, I am super proud of each one of you. I'm proud about this journey that you are embarking on. I'm proud about hearing, you know, how you are processing where you are in your space in this world and how you're going to utilize your platform to bless and inspire other people and the people who will come behind you and want to learn from you because your hearts are in the right place. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to so many great things out of each one of you in all different walks and journeys on this: musical theater, inspirational soul, neo soul gospel. You know, we came up with that one. I don't know if it exists, but rock it out.
Take it.
Rock it out. That's right. Rock it out, Taylor Nicole. Make it happen. To each and every one of you who stopped by to visit with us today, I thank you so very, very much. I did not get an opportunity to look at all of the amazing comments that were coming in, but I'll check it out later. This is Michelle Fallon with the Muses Behind the Music. To each and every one of you, blessed be. Peace.